Hi guys, this is Annie and tonight we'll be doing flowers and stripes, so let's begin. And these are the items that I will be using for tonight's manicure. I will go through them very briefly with you, but as usual the details will be listed on the description box. So starting from my left, I have my nail polishes, my top coat, stamping polishes as well as base coats. I have my 2 stamping plates I will be using tonight with my scraper as well as 2 stampers. And my tools are a cleanup brush, some cotton on my Kleancolor, a dotting tool, and since I'll be using liquid latex, I have a tweezer. I also have some acetone to clean up around the edges as well as my stamping plate, and a roller lint brush to clean the stampers with. So now that we have everything ready, let's get started. Alright my love, so I have already gone ahead and applied my base colors in pink and gray, and the pink that I have used is by Sally Hansen Insta-Dri number 150. It's called Petal Pusher, and the gray that I use is actually by the Kleancolor, and that's number 101 Concrete Gray. So it's a very dark gray. The stamping plates that I will be using is from my Cheeky collection, and that will be plate number 01 for my stripes. And for the floral pattern, it's going to be plate number CH26, and this is going to be my floral pattern. So for my stamping off the gray stripes, I have used the regular Kleancolor nail polish because you could stamp with these. These are wonderful for stamping. So we'll continue to do that. And I am using my transparent stamper for this particular set. We have to stamp 3 times over tonight. So let's get started on that. And again, I'm using my transparent stamper just to make sure and line things up because my nails are a little long at the moment, and that's going to help me to add on if it's necessary, to add on more stripes if needed. So here we go, we have the first set. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm just going to roll it on. So there's the first set. And like I said, it's not perfect, but the flowers is going to cover up that side. So it's not a big deal for me. If you don't like it and you want to start over, go ahead. So let's continue doing the rest because like I said, we have to do 3 sets of stamping tonight. So I'm going to get this done really quickly. Alright guys, so we have done the stripes, and as you can see, it's not the best, it's not clean, but it's okay because like I said, we're going to hide it up just a little bit. So I am going to leave it like that. I know it looks very sloppy at the moment, but once we add the flowers in, a lot of that stripes is going to be concealed and you're not going to see a lot of that floor. So let's continue, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start stamping the flowers. And for the flowers, we're actually going to do the flowers twice. We're going to do it once in white, and that's to tone it down a little. If you can see here, the white is going to be underneath that pink, and that's just going to tone down that gray stripe a little to let that pink pop right out, because when I've done it with the pink on the gray stripe, it just looked terrible. You couldn't see the pink, it was just totally hidden. So let's get started with the white stamping. And for that, I'll be using my white stamping polish from Born Pretty. These doesn't have any names on it. It's just the colors we go by. And again, I'm using my Cheeky plate number 26, and I'll be using this floral pattern. So here we go with the stamping. I'll do one really quick. And for this one, I'm actually going to switch off on the other side, which means I'm going to go the opposite direction. So this one has it here. So now I'm going to put it on this side here. So I'm just going to line it up the way I think I want it to be and go ahead and stamp it on. And there it is. So that's the white on gray, and that's not showing very much, but like I said, the reason why we're doing the white here is to tone down that gray area just a little bit to add that pink flower in, so the pink foil color would pop right out like you see it here. All right, so let me continue doing that for the next 3 nails. Alright, so now that we have that white on there to conceal some of that gray, now I'm going to move on to applying that foil color pink, and that one is going to be by my Bondo Monster foil collection here, and that's going to be number B148, and it's called Malevolence. So that's the color. As you can see, it's like a foil or a metallic pink, and we're doing the same thing, but I'm just going over the white flowers, leaving a tiny little space of white, so the white comes through just a little bit on the edges. Now for this, I am also going to switch over to this little stamper, and as you can see, the stamper is discolored. That's because the pigments in this polish is so highly pigmented it stains. So that's why I have this little stamper here designated for the stuff. So I'm going to use this one now, and I'm going to go over the flowers that we just did in white, and again I'm leaving the edges so you could see that white coming through just a little bit to give it a little bit of depth, so to speak. Here we go. So here's the flower if you could see it, and now I'm basically going to try and pull it back just a little, but go over the same spot. This is going to be a little harder because it's not a transparent stamper. But there it is, if you can see that. Once I go over with the top coat, it'll pop right out for you to see just a little better, as you could see here. So I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of the nails as well. Alright, my sweetheart, so now that we are all done with the stamping, the next thing I'm going to do is just quickly take off my latex, and we will dust out any fragments that's around, little nail polish fragments that's coming out or peeling up. We'll take that out immediately. And just a little piece of advice, like I usually repeat on my other videos, I like to take the liquid latex off or the peel, whichever you're using now, before we go ahead and apply the top coat, because sometimes the little pieces that's on that peel or latex would fall right back on that top coat, and before you know it, your manicure is ruined. So to prevent that, you could remove that right away. That's just a little piece of advice. So we'll do this quickly, and hopefully we don't have too much cleaning up to do with the cleanup brush. The latex seemed to be doing a good job tonight with not getting too much around my fingers, but you could see the fallouts coming out there. And then we can go ahead and apply the top coat. But before we do that, we'll go in and apply the dots on the ring finger, just to give that a little pop from being plain old gray. So here I am, I'm just dusting out the little pieces that might be on and checking. At this point, I'm just going to check to see if I need to have that cleanup brush ready, and it doesn't look like it because I don't have any polish on my fingers, which is great. So next, we will go ahead and decorate that one little ring fingernail. That's very simple. For that one, you're just going to grab your dotting tool and the base color pink. Now, of course, if you don't have a dotting tool, you can grab a bobby pin. We're looking for something with a little larger head tonight. You know, grab a little bobby pin or anything you could create little dots from. You know, and that's basically what we're going to do. Just apply 3 dots to that nail. I'm taking it right off of the brush tonight. And again, we're just going to put 3 little dots off to the side. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. We're done with that one. Let that dry for a second while we go ahead and apply top coat to the rest of the nails. So tonight I am using my fast drying top coat, the Out the Door. And as usual, when we are applying the top coat, always be generous on the top coat itself. Do not skimp on the brush because you will drag that polish off of your nails and that will mess up the manicure. Do not press too hard as well. That will also smear the manicure. And cap your nails. I recommend that you do that because that really helps to prevent wear and tear and chipping of the nail polish from the tips go up. Now, once I apply the nail polish to the nails, it's going to shine, it's going to pop right away, and you'll see that flowers much better. So here we go. I'm starting from one end, not swiping over the same spot twice, and capping your nails. And I'll continue doing that for the rest of them. And here we go, guys. That's pretty much it for this manicure, but take a closer look at these pictures so you can see it much better, and I'll be right back. So here we have it, guys, the finished mani, flowers and stripes. So as you saw, I did double stamping with the flowers, and again, you don't have to do this if you choose not to. The only reason I did the white under that pink, like I mentioned, was to soften up the background just a little bit because the gray lines was a little bit too harsh. But I guess if you use a lighter shade of gray, you can skip that process and just move right on to the bright pink finish instead. So that's it for now. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video tonight, and as usual, if you have any questions, write to me. I will answer them as best as I can and as fast as I can. And thanks so much for popping by and watching my videos. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for my upcoming videos as well. Have a good night, everyone. Bye now.